Have you ever noticed how some people keep upgrading their cars again and again? They buy one, enjoy it for a while, and then suddenly start thinking about the next upgrade. A better engine, a newer model, a different color, more power, more technology. And sometimes before the excitement of the current car even fades, they're already searching for the next one. From the outside, it can look confusing. After all, their current car works perfectly fine. It's fast, it's comfortable, it's exactly what they wanted when they bought it. So why does the desire for something new appear so quickly? Why do some people feel the constant urge to upgrade their cars? To understand this, we need to look at something deeper inside the human brain, the way we experience reward. Every time we achieve something we've been wanting, whether it's buying a new phone, reaching a personal goal, or purchasing a car, the brain releases a chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is often described as the brain's reward signal. It creates feelings of excitement, satisfaction, and motivation. But here's the interesting part. Dopamine doesn't only respond to having something. It responds even more strongly to anticipation. In other words, the excitement of wanting something can feel stronger than actually having it. This is why people spend hours researching cars online, watching reviews, comparing models, imagining themselves driving the next upgrade. The brain becomes addicted not to the car itself, but to the anticipation of improvement, the feeling that something even better is just around the corner. And this pattern doesn't only happen with cars. It happens with many things in life. But cars are especially powerful because they connect deeply with identity. For many people, a car is not just transportation, it's a reflection of who they are, a statement about personality, ambition, taste, lifestyle. The type of car someone drives can quietly communicate something about them. A sporty car might suggest confidence and energy. A luxury car might signal success. A rugged off-road vehicle might represent independence and adventure. Because of this, upgrading a car can feel like upgrading part of one's identity, not just improving a machine, but improving the image a person has of themselves. And when identity is involved, the emotional attachment becomes much stronger. But there's another psychological factor at play, something known as the adaptation effect. Human beings are incredibly good at adapting to new experiences. Something that feels exciting and new today eventually becomes normal. The first time someone drives their new car, everything feels special. The smell of the interior, the smooth acceleration, the attention it gets from others. But after a few months, that same experience becomes familiar. The brain adjusts. What once felt extraordinary now feels ordinary. And when that happens, the brain starts looking for the next source of excitement, the next improvement, the next upgrade. This doesn't mean someone is ungrateful. It simply means the brain is constantly searching for new stimulation. For car enthusiasts, upgrading a vehicle becomes one of the most satisfying ways to experience that stimulation. There's also the influence of comparison. Today, people are constantly exposed to images of newer, faster, and more impressive cars through social media, through car communities, through videos and reviews. When someone sees others driving newer models or building impressive modifications, it can trigger a quiet psychological response, a feeling that they could go further too, that their car could be better, faster, more unique. This comparison doesn't always come from insecurity. Sometimes it comes from passion, from the desire to keep evolving in a hobby they love. For many car enthusiasts, upgrading a car isn't just about owning something new, it's about participating in a culture, a community that celebrates creativity, engineering, and individuality. Every modification becomes a small project, every upgrade becomes a personal achievement, and the car slowly transforms from a simple vehicle into something more meaningful, a reflection of time, efforts, and personal vision. But perhaps the most emotional reason people keep upgrading their cars is this. Cars represent progress. When someone improves their car, it often mirrors a deeper desire to improve their life, to move forward, to grow, to feel like things are evolving. In that sense, the car becomes more than transportation. It becomes a symbol of momentum, of ambition, of the feeling that life is moving in the right direction. That's why upgrading a car can feel so satisfying. It creates the sense that something is always improving, always getting better. And in a world where many things feel uncertain or slow to change, that feeling of visible progress can be incredibly powerful. Of course, not everyone feels this way. Some people prefer to keep the same car for years. They value familiarity, reliability, the quiet comfort of something that stays the same. And psychologically, that mindset is just as valid. Because in the end, the relationship people have with their cars says something interesting about human nature. Some people seek stability. Others seek evolution. Some find happiness in keeping things simple. Others find joy in constantly refining and improving what they love. Neither approach is right or wrong, they simply reflect different ways people experience motivation, reward, and identity. But the next time you see someone upgrading their car again and again, it might not just be about horsepower, or technology, or status. It might be something much deeper, a reflection of the brain's endless search for progress, for excitement, for the feeling that life is always moving forward. Because sometimes a car isn't just a machine, it's a moving symbol of who we are becoming. And for some people, the journey of improving that symbol never really ends.